Little did I know, from shadows to light, my story. Chapter 2. The Turbulent Teenage Years. Ghost Light Years. The Cohoes Music Hall calls. I wasn't quite 13, but the theater already felt like home. It was more than a stage. It was breath, rhythm, and memory. The Cohoes Music Hall, with its worn velvet seats and creaky floorboards, had a spirit of its own. You didn't just walk through it. You listened. You lingered. That fall, my second season ushering, I was absorbing it all. The backstage chatter, the pulse of light cues, the hush before curtain. I saw O Coward, Candida, and Of Mice and Men, each leaving a distinct emotional mark. But even beyond the music hall, 1978 had opened a new door for me, a curtain call into the world of musicals. One October evening, after a show's final performance, I was the last one inside the music hall. I locked the cloakroom and said goodnight to Ruth Vore, the steady house manager, and Jimmy Kuva, who painted stories in light. I ducked into the green room, not for duty, but for something I couldn't name then. I lit a cigarette, small and nervous, the way rebellion curls behind closed doors. I wasn't supposed to smoke. I wasn't supposed to linger, but the walls felt safe. The room smelled of powder, sweat, and distant applause. And then I heard it, a violin, soft and searching, joined by an old upright piano, from the upper hall where no one remained. It wasn't the ghost of a cast member. It was something more ephemeral, a memory playing back, a phantom encore. Goosebumps rose across my arms. I didn't speak. I didn't investigate. I listened. In that moment, I didn't feel alone. I felt chosen. The music wasn't just melody. It was invitation. The theater was saying something, and I was ready to hear it. The theater that remembers. The Cohoes Music Hall has always carried echoes of its past. Built in 1874 with ornate brickwork and a mansard roof, it became a beacon of culture in a mill town. Buffalo Bill, Sarah Bernhardt, John Philip Sousa, even General Tom Thumb graced its stage. And then there was Eva Tanguay, a girl of 12 when she first performed here in Little Lord Fauntleroy. Eva would later be known as the girl who made vaudeville famous. Brash, daring, outrageous, she wore costumes sewn from pennies and once earned $3,500 a week at the height of her fame. She laughed too loudly, defied the critics, and sang songs with titles like I Don't Care. If Broadway had its divas, vaudeville had Eva. But when fortune faded, she was left behind by a changing world. By the time she died in Hollywood in 1947, she was nearly forgotten. Yet here in Cohoes, the city of her first stage, she has never left. The haunting of Eva. They say Eva's ghost lingers in the music hall. Actors and stagehands speak of giggles in the balcony, the scent of floral perfume drifting through empty air, props misplaced, or lights that flicker on by themselves. Some even call her the friendly ghost, more mischievous than menacing. Paranormal investigators have brought flashlights and cameras into the hall, reporting strange orbs of light, sudden breezes, and yes, direct answers to questions in the dark. Once, when asked, "Are you Eva Tanguay?" a voice said simply, "No," which only deepens the mystery. Perhaps the music hall harbors more than one ghost. Perhaps Eva shares her stage. Still, a tradition persists. leaving flowers or chocolates backstage as an offering to the unseen. Performers glanced toward a seat in the balcony said to be hers, half expecting to catch a shimmer or a shadow. And always, after the curtain falls, the ghost light burns at center stage. One bare bulb left glowing, both for safety and for the spirits. My echo. So, that night, when I heard the violin and piano drifting through the deserted hall, I like to believe Eva was near, or at least that I was caught in the same echo she left behind. I never told anyone what I heard. Some moments aren't meant to be explained. They're meant to echo. And they did. Through every curtain rise, every overture, every character I came to cherish. That fall marked the beginning of my love for musicals and for the quiet magic that lives in old buildings long after the final bow. The Cohoes Music Hall called, and I listened. Thank you for spending this time with me, the Pussycat Wizard. These moments we share, whether in shadows or in light, are threads in a much larger story, one I'm honored to tell with you beside me. As always, the journey continues. The next chapter subsection is waiting, and I'd be honored if you'd walk with me a little further down this road. Until then, keep the wonder alive, and I'll see you in the next episode of Little Did I Know.
If it's a moment you're after, let's give this a shot. 3 quick breaths in through the nose, believe it or not, it will render you happy in the sunshine of the day. I love living in Bisbee and no, I am not gay. The flowers do smell so wonderful in spring. I sit on my porch, a throne for a king. My libido is for magic, man or woman it's not. So celibacy, I'm after magic mushrooms and pot. It's my life I've chosen, like it or not. Bullfrogs and butterflies, Aunt Ruth, she had wrote, if music's like living, then I love every note. Bullfrogs and butterflies and plenty of pot. In the streets of Cohoes, where I call my home, with Sharon, Debbie, Doreen, James, and William, we all roam. From the block to the park, we never walked alone. Through thick and thin, siblings forever tightly sewn. Playing ball in the playground under the summer sun, running through the alleys, feeling free and young where the Hudson River flows. We found our fun. Cohoes So celibacy I'm after, magic mushrooms and pot. It's my life I have chosen, like it or not. Bullfrogs and butterflies. And Ruth, she had wrote, if music's like living,